About, you know, that moment in your life where you see something happen and you just know it's not going to be good. And you believe that it's not right. So you want to stand up. And you want to stand up and say, that simply won't do. That's what I want to explore on the program tonight with a guest who's done it. He's actually pretty badass. Some would say he goes too far in the way that he's taken a stand against cruelty to animals.
Regent, we're looking the other way.
Our justice must be swift and merciless.
Maybe he's paying the little critters back. After all, it was a film about animals that launched the second wave of his career. He's been in everything, including Babe.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
James Cromwell's in the red chair tonight. Okay, the guy that's going to come out in the red chair today is so committed to his beliefs and his convictions that he's willing to cross the line that most people won't cross. You know, there are those people who will chain themselves to a tree or will interrupt a board meeting to protest. He's the kind of guy that will do just that sort of thing. It's just, he's not just that. He's the guy that's played so many characters. I mean, for playing Stretch on All in the Family, which was a key turning point in that series for Archie Bunker when he had to realize some of his, well, you know, problems with his ideas and his insecurities. We get to explore that tonight with this guy. He's also been in Babe. He's also been in 24. He generally plays guys that he fundamentally opposes in his real life. We're going to explore that with Jamie Cromwell. He's on his way out. Here's his bio.
Yes, James Cromwell is probably best known for his Oscar-nominated turn as the humble farmer in the movie Babe.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
But beneath the unassuming exterior lies a rebel heart. James's sense of justice is so strong. His father, a theater, film, and director, was placed on the infamous Hollywood blacklist in the 50s. In the 60s, James himself worked alongside the Black Panthers and later became an outspoken advocate for animal rights, a cause that recently got him arrested.
This is not science. This is torture.
But James has balanced activism with acting. Roles on groundbreaking TV shows from All in the Family.
Thanks a lot, Stretch.
Oh, that's okay. I had to walk that way anyway, as the man said when he bought the talcum powder.
To American Horror Story.
There are those whose lives otherwise serve no purpose.
And on the big screen, playing princes.
In 48 hours, this will all have calmed down.
And presidents.
I thought the war would have carried us.
James is paired with a Canadian treasure, Genevieve Bujold, in a new film called Still Mine by the wonderful Michael McGowan. It's about a couple fighting to build their final home, and so fitting for James, standing up to the system.
We won't move in until we're ready. That's a promise.
Okay.
James Cromwell! Nice to see you, man. Good. Welcome. Thanks. Good to see you. Fun. Excuse my back. You know, so the last time I saw you was in Whistler at the Whistler Film Festival, which is a great festival.
Wonderful.
And your film, Still Mine, which was still, was playing.
Yeah.
And then now, since then, you've won a Canadian Screen Award.
Yeah, pretty weird. Huh?
Best, that's amazing. For his performance in this film, directed by the awesome Michael McGowan.
Yeah.
But you said in your acceptance speech it was the first time you'd ever won anything.
Yeah, I've been a bridesmaid many times, actually, but I now know how that feels. The thing that was weird was at the academies, you know, they stick a camera right in your face because the audience evidently enjoys seeing the losers as much as the winners. Yeah. And I thought, first of all, I resented that because I'm not going to give a performance when I lose. I don't know how you compare apples and oranges, and it's not even apples and oranges. Why make a distinction between four wonderful performances? When I got my Academy Award nomination, they said to me, you know, getting the nomination is the real prize. The award itself is a crapshoot. I mean, it's how much money is thrown at it. It's how the industry wants to publicize itself. My nomination cost me $60,000 to get, of my own money. The studio did not help me at all. My mother made a wonderful film called Awakenings with Bobby De Niro and Robin Williams, and some publicist came up to her and said, "That's an Academy Award performance, Miss Nelson, and I think it'll only cost us $25,000. My mother was appalled. It never occurred to her because that's what you have to do.
Of human bondage. Take a look at this.
Oh, it's always the same. If you want a man to be nice to you, you have to be rotten to him. If you treat a man honestly, someone else.
Yes.
So beautiful.
Oh, wow. And that's really moving to see that. That's incredible.
When we don't, it's like sometimes we forget that our parents had lives, right? And are the same as us.
Well, I saw my father's because he continued.
Yeah.
Even after the blacklisting, he made 57 pictures in Hollywood, and then he was blacklisted. Yeah. But my mother, after the divorce, was so unsettled by it that she put off acting for a while, and then when she did go to audition, she was so nervous she decided never to do it again. So she didn't have a life. She didn't, which happens to a lot of women. Very unfortunate. That
Why do you think that is?
because it's a stupid male-dominated, paternalistic, chauvinistic world, and it's the hardest on the women, who should be running the world anyway. Oh yeah. You see, the trick is males can't multitask. They can only do one thing at a time. If they try to multitask, they're really dangerous, and you got to watch out for them. So, I mean, it's what we do. We're dreamers. Yeah. Basically, we're dreamers. And women are the people in the world that get things done.
Yeah, but look, you're not a woman. You're on it. You're out there fighting for it. You're doing your part.
Yep. As a man.
As a man.
One thing at a time. I don't want to be responsible. Just tell me, a woman, tell me what to do, and I'll do it.
Here's my favorite one thing at a time. Watch this. This is recently when I found it. I was like, man, this guy's so badass.
Also, on track, we're at 59.6%.
Regents are looking the other way while UW-Madison lies to the public about abusing cats and squandering taxpayers' money on cruel and wasteful experiments. This is not science. This is torture, and it is criminal.
Shame on you, W,
Shame
for
on
killing
you.
cats.
That's quite a moment. That just happened.
Yeah, it's it's fun, but the suffering of those animals that we don't even think about anymore. We don't seem to care about other living things.
It's just the size of your heart that you're willing to get arrested for cats when cats don't even like us. That's a great sign.
That's not true. You obviously don't know. Oh,
I had cats. No, I had cats, and I think we just go. But I like your position on pets because I have the same way. I don't think you can own an animal. I think you coexist with an animal. I didn't even name when I had, animals before. I didn't want to name them because I thought it'd be weird to attach. They don't care at all. Yeah. When did that happen to you? The guy. I mean, sure, you always liked animals, but the activism part of you. Is it part of it because of what happened to your father and you watched the government stick it to your dad?
Oh, no. No, I came across the country in 1975 on my motorcycle and went through the feedlots in Texas for seemed like a day, with animals on either side of the road as far as you could see, in pens, with that look of terror in their eyes and the smell and the sound. And I said, oh, man, I can't do this. And from 75 until 94, I sort of dealt with the ramifications of making that choice. But after Babe, after seeing those animals and their contribution to my life, I mean, I owe my career to those animals. And then you see it all laid out on the table at lunch. Every animal that you've just worked with, stuffed and pickled, and you think, oh, that is ghastly.
Stick around, more with James Cromwell after this.